want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where I talk about everything crypto daily. Jumping right into the market today in crypto. Real quick, before we go any further, I need you guys to like the video. I do this for you guys every day. Please like my video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment below. Hit the bell for notifications. Much appreciated. I'm trying to grow this channel. Bitcoin at 73.73. Total market cap of cryptocurrency is $200 billion. This is a Bitcoin 12-hour chart. Let's start here. Bitcoin has been in a downtrend. So we've been trending lower for a period of months. And until we break higher, obviously we have to assume that we continue lower, right? So this is the break point, right? When we see a breakout above this upper trend line, everything changes. But until then, now there's a smaller, it almost looks like there's a small descending channel in here. You know, obviously we broke the downside, and then we bounced back up, and now here we are back in the channel. This happens a lot of times with patterns that I trade every day. And it comes back, the price action comes back up into the pattern and completely respects the trend line, right? So these trend lines are valid. It's timeless, right? So keep this in mind. I really want to see a breakout to the upside here for the bulls. I mean, this is a falling wedge, descending channel, has a 68% chance of a break to the upside, so that could happen. Now we want to zoom in real quick, zoom in way in. So this is the 1 hour chart. And the Bitcoin bulls need a bounce here. Now we've got another falling wedge, 68% chance of a break higher. There's the previous rising wedge. Target was down here. We didn't quite get there, 7,056. Now, there's also a possible head and shoulders in play. The target would be about 68.34. So if we break to the downside, there's some room to move lower. All eyes on Bitcoin right now. I've got a crypto trading group, and it's cool to me. The best part about this group is seeing people's progress. And shout out to William and Tales from the Crypto in my group. These are a couple guys that they were holders when they came into the group. And to see them say, and I'm not trying to bash any coins, so I deleted what coins they were talking about, but these were hardcore holders of some coins that weren't making any profits, and they sold it. They went to Tether. They caught VET yesterday. Tales from the Crypto stated, Chris said days ago there would be a coming golden cross. It's flying because of that, or is it the Microsoft partnership? It always seems like good news fits to the charts, and it does. It's pretty amazing, actually. Another person stated, glad I sold all of my blank to buy VET. I got possible gains that this other coin he was holding, it would take it 55 years to make, and he got it in an hour. I love this stuff. I'm all about holding uptrends now, but these downtrends, I've done it before. I've been there. It's tough, man. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got chat groups. I've got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. I post these profitable trading setups every single day so people can pay for the group fees and make a bunch of profits. I mean, most people, let's face it, are here because they want to make money, right? So that's what we do. Here's FET up 79%. Now, this was posted previously. FET, solid gains in crypto. Imagine what would happen. The news stories would look like Bitcoin gained 79% in 2 weeks all over the news. This is ADX. I posted this on the 26th. It's up 40%, broke out to the upside. If you guys want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. Best part about paying with crypto is you get a 20% discount if you pay for 6 months. If you pay for the year, you get a 30% discount and an additional month for free. It works out to be like $1.33 a day. That's it, right? The group is cheap. It's not designed to be expensive. If you do want to pay with a card month to month, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. IRS Collections. Man, so I started mentioned IRS yesterday. I want to get more into it. I want to jump right into collections. Mainstream adoption. Here it is. Okay, so this is from a viewer sent to me, and it says here, so if you didn't pay your taxes 8 years ago, right, and they want their money, well, they want your crypto now. So to me, I'm like mainstream adoption. And it says, you know, it goes through like retirement accounts. They want to know everything. Insurance policies, a cash value, safety deposit boxes, everything. Where's your money at? We're going to take it because you didn't pay your taxes. Always pay your taxes. It states here, and virtual currencies. Yes, we're on the radar. We're on the map finally, such as Bitcoin, Ripple, and Ethereum. Is anybody out there holding Ripple? Can anybody hold Ripple? Listen, if they can't find the Ripple, it's like apparently they didn't get the memo that XRP and Ripple are not the same entity. I remember when Ripple was sending out like cease and desist, like do not refer to Ripple and XRP as the same thing. You have to differentiate that. And it made me think of this. So anyways, I tweeted this on Twitter. Make sure follow me on Twitter. I want to hear more comments, more feedback from you. And I want to kind of have a more interactive channel with you guys. So make sure and communicate with me. On Twitter, it's cryptobtc_Chris. But definitely would like to hear your feedback. IRS, pay your taxes. They want their piece of the crypto pie. They can't put in guidelines to make everybody comfortable, but they can take your crypto. Now listen to this. This is what they want. Like they want to know virtual currency. Check it off. The name of the currency wallet. If you got a hardware wallet, they want it. If your money's on an exchange or in a digital currency wallet, they want it too, right? They also want your email address that's used to set up your virtual currency exchange. They want it all. They're coming to get it. I mean, I'm just curious. Like, how are they? I think about somebody loses their 2FA on Binance and they have to send videos of themselves and kind of recording and their ID. I want to see an IRS video trying to do collections outside the United States. How does that work? I'm just curious if anybody knows. I'd love to hear your feedback. Seriously, you guys pay your taxes, man. They're going to get it. The IRS is slow. It's going to take them a few years to figure it out. But when they do, they're coming. They're coming. But no, I appreciate it. Just shout out to this viewer that sent me this stuff. I know he's going through some tough stuff. What you don't want to do is, listen to me. A lot of people have businesses or they pay a bulk of their taxes at the end of the year. You don't want to invest in crypto with your tax money before the end of the year because you can end up in a situation like we've had time and time again where potentially you took some losses in crypto and now you can't pay your taxes and then they're coming for the house and the car. So be responsible, lock this money away, pay your taxes because they will get you coming and going. Former CFTC chair Crypto Dad joins law firm to push for digital dollar. So the Crypto Dad, he gained internet fame in 2018 for writing the U.S. Senate that lawmakers should respect the generation's wishes, basically saying, hey, embrace Bitcoin because it's inevitable. You're not going to be able to stop it. So now he's going to work on pushing for the digital dollar. It's going to happen. You can count on this. They're not going to let these traditional corporations, Facebook and China stepping up with a national digital currency. They're not going to let everybody else. They can't. Like, what are they doing? Ira Kleiman versus Craig Wright and why inheritance tax or death tax could spell trouble for Bitcoin investors. Now, this is kind of an older idea, but they repackaged it for us today on December the 2nd like it's new. And so we're going to take it like this. And it kind of adds to this episode of Crypto Revolution. Now, when you pass away, you transfer your Bitcoins to a relative and you potentially leave them with a hefty tax bill. So remember, Bitcoin is regarded as a property, not a currency. Bitcoin is eligible for capital gains tax as well as the inheritance or death tax, which must be paid by the receiver. Yeah, you're getting double taxed. Imagine that. You could even end up paying as much as 40% of the value of the received Bitcoin as a tax. So they're talking about the inheritance tax, right? So IRS sent out all these letters previously saying, hey, you know what? These crypto taxes are for real. This is not a joke. Hey, you got anything you want to tell us? They're taking this seriously. Like, games are over. They're after it. United States. So in the Kleiman case, remember, Craig Wright and Dave Kleiman are possibly together, Satoshi Nakamoto, and they have 1 million Bitcoin mined between them. Dave Kleiman died. Now the courts say, hey, Craig Wright, you got to pay 500,000 Bitcoin, which he may or may not have. We don't know this yet, as a tax. So now if Craig Wright has to pay this, then Ira Kleiman, the brother, he's going to get 500,000 Bitcoin. Well, if this is about 5 billion Australian dollars. And this inheritance tax is going to be about $2 billion. So if he doesn't have, if Ira Kleiman doesn't have $2 billion to pay taxes with, he's going to have to sell a chunk of Bitcoin. What's that going to do to the market? This has been obviously already stated, but I think it's important, just taxes. It's almost that time again. About a month. Get ready for those crypto taxes. Just remember that passing on your digital currencies is serious. You need to understand the taxation laws surrounding the Bitcoin inheritance tax and surrounding just Bitcoin. Mainly what I want to emphasize is you need to have a plan in place. Right now, most people, probably my family, wouldn't have a good understanding on how to access my cryptocurrency. And then, how do you have that conversation with them? Make a plan now so that everybody understands, hey, there's this digital gold that I have. Here's how you access it. Have it written down. Potentially put it in a safety deposit box. Leave the instructions on how to access it if you were to tragically pass away. You have to have this thought, because just imagine how many Bitcoin are really out there and how many Bitcoin have been lost. And you'd have to assume that a ton of people have unfortunately passed away and not passed their crypto inheritance on. Crypto Bubbles. I love this site, cryptobubbles.net. Doesn't get any easier than this. Like, if you want to figure out what coins you should be in right now, here they are. Matic's popping. Saw somebody in my group yelling, Matic's popping, Chris. Matic's popping. If you guys haven't picked up a Ledger Nano X hardware wallet, the factory link is in the description. Their Black Friday sale is running out soon, but you better get one fast. They're 30% off, $83. You can pick up the 2-pack for $104. Please use the link. The factory link is in the description. It does support the channel. Shout out to 40-year-old grandpa. Because entire crypto market is controlled by whales, very little new money entering the market, just whales hopping in and out of Tether, running pump and dumps, our little retail buying isn't enough to affect the price. We need massive utility ASAP. Yeah, we need massive utility. I don't think we're there yet. I think we need retail to come in again. Like, if we were to go a span of time, which it's quite possible, where Bitcoin just doesn't do a whole lot, it would basically allow retail to kind of forget, hey, every time I FOMO into this market, I get my teeth kicked in because I buy at the top. It was refreshing to see when Bitcoin was down to 3150. I had a lot of people hitting me up, joining the group, and they would say, hey, I felt like crypto was just really low right now, and I wanted to get in the market while it was low. Now, most people don't have that mentality, obviously. Most people are greed FOMO. We're built to buy the top, right? So, but I think it's interesting what your thoughts are. Like, crypto market is controlled by the whales. Yes, there's a lot of big players in this market. I think retail isn't really trading as much as holding. I think most of retail are holders, and your larger players are most of the traders per se. Litecoin headed to zero based on stock to flow model. So basically what this article is talking about is there's a stock to flow model. It shows that scarcity with Bitcoin is connected to price increases. Okay. Now, Litecoin obviously having happened and the price cut in half or more, right? So possibly doesn't work with all these coins they're stating in the article. So Bitcoin has a stock to flow ratio that's slightly higher than silver, right? After the next Bitcoin halving, Bitcoin stock to flow ratio is going to be close to that of gold. The idea here is that Bitcoin can compete with traditional reserves of value because of this relationship. I thought pretty interesting article. You know how crypto is. Everybody's kind of biased one way or the next, and everybody's kind of throwing Litecoin under the bus. But no, Litecoin's not going to zero. Coinbase could be holding a quarter of all the Litecoin. It's crazy because we were like big on decentralization. And what's happened is, like, all of a sudden these centralized exchanges are just that, very centralized. Like, DEXs are the future. I think there's a lot of people that are crypto enthusiasts that want DEXs to be the future. But what's going to keep mainstream from using the Coinbases and making this a truly centralized type of situation? XRP is going to drop 38%. Man, the bears are out today, unless it moves beyond this critical line as Bitcoin heads for the bottom. Most important thing here is, listen, If this support doesn't hold where XRP is at, and I looked at it on the daily, if it doesn't hold, it's going to 13 cents. Like, it needs to hold. Bulls need to show up. Bitcoin Cash's Roger Ver denounces the U.S. government after Griffith's arrest. So Griffith is the gentleman that basically was an Ethereum research developer and scientist. Well, he went to North Korea. Basically, he got arrested for helping North Korea evade sanctions because he went there and he talked about Ethereum. So Roger Ver comes out and he says, hey, you know what? The North Korean government is absolutely awful. I was invited to go. Roger Ver was invited to go to the conference. He says, no, because I was scared of the North Korean government. They might lock you up and take you hostage. Who knows? It turns out that I should have been more afraid of the American government, and the same goes for Virgil. You might hate Roger Ver, but here's what it is. Waves DEX shuts down and relaunches as a hybrid cryptocurrency exchange. So what does this mean to you? I'll tell you what it means to me. The decentralized exchange shut down and they went hybrid. So they went away from being a decentralized exchange and now they're a hybrid. They're more centralized, right? And so the reason why they had to do this hasn't come up yet. It's going to be fully operational tomorrow. The new trading platform combines irreversibility of transactions, safety, user control of funds of decentralized exchanges with the features of centralized trading platforms. We're not ready for the decentralized exchanges because they can't compete with the centralized exchanges. And trying to make trades, you need the things to happen quickly and smoothly. And there's money at risk. You're probably going with the centralized exchange at this point. Monero implements a hard fork, including new ASIC-resistant mining algorithm. Every time they do this, their hash rate drops because ASICs are almost a necessary evil because you need the hash power, essentially. Crypto Bridge shuts down, citing stricter regulatory climate. Goes offline on December the 15th. So if you have any crypto there, move it. Now, then I read in a tweet, hey, they've got a lot of problems with KYC. They're creating a new exchange, they said. The new exchange, KYC, is going to be enforced, but it's only required for withdrawals over 2 Bitcoins. So again, they're shutting down, they're opening up a new exchange, all these regulations, and that's kind of where we're at. It's just going to be interesting over the next year or so to see how these regulations, because we can see them, slowing things down as far as the quote-unquote progress that we've made in the space. And you see a lot of these exchanges kind of backpedaling to keep up with these regulations so that they're able to operate legally. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.